Listen, Man United win their game against Fulham, and what a game it was. A huge, huge game. This is going to be a quick match reaction of the game. I think we did really, really well, if I'm honest with you. I think Erik ten Hag's team did really, really well. We're going to quickly run through the positives and negatives of the game. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I mean, we're top of the league, that's always a positive, but there were a lot of things to take from the game. I think if you look at the way Erik ten Hag went into the game, he said we're not 100% ready. I think if you look at the positives, winning the game, a great goal. Just for ZIRKZEE gets his debut goal. It was a lot of things to be proud and special about. Under the lights, Old Trafford, first game, win the game, and we kind of move on. Then we've got players coming back. It was nice to see Mazraoui get some minutes. I think, listen, majority of the game wasn't the greatest. There was a lot of gaps, a lot of rooms for improvement, but ultimately we did do majority well. I think we sounded it out. I think there's a lot of improvement from last season. I think Erik ten Hag did get a few things wrong. I think keeping on Rashford for the whole game was probably a bad idea. Taking off Ahmad, I probably wouldn't have done that. But I think that was the only really thing he got wrong. I think defensively he had to go with Mazraoui. There was no other option. Garnacho coming off the bench, I think he should have started instead of Rashford. But other than that, I think Mason Mount didn't really offer much. And you look at each individual player, they didn't really give us much. I think as a team performance, there was a lot of impressive performances. I think the press was good, the formation. But it's going to be a lot of changes. I don't think we really see a proper Erik ten Hag team. For a couple of months, we've got players out injured, players coming back. We won't be able to see the full United squad for a couple of weeks. I think for me, as I said, Mazraoui, really, really good debut to late when he came on. Special debut. Looking at midfield, there wasn't too many gaps. I thought Casemiro did really, really well. So when he went underrated, I think Delo at left back. You look at this Manchester United team, it is a bit misshapen, and Delo put in the shift at left back. We thought it would be Mazraoui. It looks like Delo's going to be the one going out there. I think, listen, coming up against Adama ain't easy, but he did a good job. It's difficult to come up against him. I think Martin has helped him as well. I think Mason Mount, another difficult game for him, but I think there are a lot of positives to take nonetheless. There's no injuries, a couple of debuts, a goal from a debut from Joshua ZIRKZEE. There's a lot of things to be confident about. Yes, it was the first game, you can't really take too much from the game, but you can certainly take the positives. And I think Garnacho, he's hungry, he's going to want to start. He'll be disappointed that he's not starting. I think, other than that, I am really, really happy with the game. I think there was a lot of confidence, a lot of positivity, and a lot of importance ahead of this game. It's the first Premier League game. You want to win the game, you don't want to start by losing. And I think Fulham did create a lot of chances. I just think we defended well. I think Casemiro in the midfield, he had two good performances, one against City, one again today. If he can continue to get those performances back to where they are and back to the quality that it was today, I'm sure he'll be a big, big player for this United team. He's someone who we really do need, and someone whose quality is absolutely essential. As I said, you look at the wing play, there's a lot of little errors that I think simply could have been avoided by Manchester United. Simply could have been avoided. I think that's what you can say, really. Onana's passing was a bit off, but he was good at claiming crosses. I think we did try and play that long ball quite a lot and it didn't really work. I think the false nine situation is a big issue. You could see it on the first half with being no vocal point. And ultimately that did cost us. And you look at that going into the season, I want to see ZIRKZEE starting the next game. And I think Erik ten Hag got it right with ZIRKZEE. If he wasn't quite ready, bringing him on in the time that he did was absolutely right and made a lot of sense if you look at it in the grand scheme of things. But will he be ready for Brighton next week? He should be. I mean, another 4 weeks of training. He had some minutes today, got the man of the match award or player of the match. He was brilliant. And going into the next game, we want to see the same sort of thing. A bit more rhythm, a bit more passing. I think the midfield, there was less gaps. We still did get counter-attack quite a bit, but less gaps. I think, yeah, we're slowly starting to see Erik ten Hag's team come together. It's game week 1. We're going to see what happens in game week 2, game week 3, but a lot of positives, a good match reaction here, a confident one, a happy one. I think it is really, really great to see Erik ten Hag's team like this. I think, as I said, I want to touch on Mazraoui. I think it was a great debut. I mean, really had any training sessions. Probably isn't 100% fit to start. That's why he got taken off. Erik ten Hag did kind of throw him into the deep end, in which he did do a very, very good job of it. And I can't wait to see what the future holds with Nusem Mazraoui and De Ligt, because they can be two big players for us. So yeah, that's been the match reaction. I do think Erik ten Hag did get it right today. Still a lot of improvements. We'll keep you up to date with all the previews for that game against Brighton. Let's see what happens. But yeah, match reaction versus Fulham. Overall, very, very happy. ZIRKZEE debut, ZIRKZEE goal. Mazraoui shines. Yeah, a lot of confidence. Thank you for watching. Peace.